and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dino Lawley. Today we're coming to you from the Museum of the Great Plains here in Lawton.
The folks here say it's a different kind of history museum. Offering interactive exhibits and self-directed activities, you really get a hands-on experience when it comes to Oklahoma history and life on the Great Plains. We'll show you around throughout the show.
But first, we're going to take a different kind of a trip back in time. This one's going to take us to Pawhuska.
That's where Julie Chin takes us to a new spot that's got kind of an old-fashioned theme. Let's check out the Oilman's Daughter.
On a shady corner in Pawhuska, you'll find the house two sisters rebuilt.
We put so much love into this home, and we hope that other people will feel that too.
Sisters Suzanne and Kathy spent a good part of the past year renovating this 1925 craftsman into the Oilman's Daughter, Pawhuska's newest Air BNB.
Our daddy was with Phillips, and so he was the oil man, and we also had our granddaddy that lived here in Pawhuska, and he worked out in the oil fields. And so we came up with the name of Oilman's Daughter to honor both of those men in our life.
The 2,500 square foot luxury vacation rental has 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. Updating this home was a labor of love, but the sisters salvaged many original details, like these parlor doors. The Oilman's Daughter also has a fully stocked kitchen, laundry room, several sitting rooms, and cozy backyard with fire pit.
We wanted it to be a comfortable, welcoming place to be, and really, when we designed it and decorated it, we did it for our family to bring them back here so that they could understand the roots of where our family started in Oklahoma.
Pawhuska's rich history is reflected in the Native American, cowboy, and custom finishes. You'll find all sorts of family touches too, including great-grandmother's china.
I think it's better than my own home.
A girls' weekend brought Erica Jones here to stay.
The beds are so comfortable, and like even the smallest things that they think of, they have a fan, a box fan in every bedroom. So, I mean, there's just nothing that you're going to want for it, and you're going to be very comfortable, very rested, and ready to enjoy your vacation.
The Oilman's Daughter is centrally located in Pawhuska. It's just a short walk, a couple blocks to the Pioneer Women's Mercantile, and the connection to Ree Drummond doesn't stop there.
I was married to Ree's brother, and I also grew up with Ree and her family as we were children growing up, and Ree and I raised our babies together. So we still have a very tight relationship, and we still call each other sisters.
There's a 2-night minimum to stay here, but with so much to do in Osage County, you may want to book more.
People come because they have a connection to the Pioneer Woman. They love Ree Drummond, and that's why they're here. And then once they get here, they see that there are so many other things to do, and they love it, and they want to come back.
So when you plan your visit to the Osage, consider staying at the Oilman's Daughter. The rocking chairs on the front porch are waiting for you to make yourself right at home.
It's such a treat. You come here and you are pampered. That is why I will continue to come back and stay here.
After they leave and they tell us how much fun they had in Pawhuska and how much they enjoyed being at the house, I mean, we just squeal. It just gives us the greatest joy. So it's really been a gift.
In Pawhuska, I'm Julie Chin, Discovering Oklahoma.
The Oilman's Daughter is located at 403 East 7th Street in Pawhuska. You can book rooms online at their website, oilmansdaughter.com.
And once you've rested up from a wonderful night in that Air BNB, you should be ready for that one last big splash of summer.
And where better to cool off one last time than an Oklahoma swimming hole that's been around for 100 years. Tina McGarry takes us to Artesian Beach.
Just off Highway 15 in northwest Oklahoma, tucked in the plains near Gage and nestled under the bright Oklahoma sun, a natural gem that draws young and old.
It's the Gage Artesian Beach. It's mineral water. It's got like 7 different minerals.
A swimming hole that happened by accident, really. Drillers hoping to strike oil made the discovery.
They felt this tremendous rumble and heard this rumble in the ground. Pretty soon, it just gushed out, but it was water, it wasn't oil.
It was the birth of something special, a spring-fed pool that's attracted water lovers for generations.
I love the water. It's cool.
Darcy Herbert grew up in these waters and brings her daughter here now.
My family actually, we ran this pool for 5 years when I was in high school, so lifeguarding was my summer job. And back in the early 30s, my great-grandparents actually ran the pool, so it's been a family tradition.
I started swimming out here when I was 3 years old.
Gary Wolfington has great memories here too. He splashed around these waters as a kid. Now, as the town mayor, he understands the value of something like this.
Well, I think mostly it gives the area kids a place to come, blow off steam without getting in trouble. On top of that, it's also a lot of fun. It's great for the area, it brings people in.
The swimming hole has a sandy bottom, and you might brush against a critter or two.
We have turtles, we have salamanders, and somebody caught about a 2-pound perch out of here the other day.
There's no chlorine, but the water is rich in minerals. Many believe it has healing power. For others, it's just fun.
The low dive.
What do you do?
I can do a back dive and a backflip and a front flip.
The high dive.
What do you do?
I just run and jump. I'm not like spectacular or anything.
Coming off the high dive, you're looking at about 14 feet. And then down at the little end is 3 feet. We have one corner over there that we brought more sand in, so that the little ones, it hits them real shallow and they walk off slowly.
You can always find a good game of basketball, and when you work up an appetite, the concession stand has your favorite snacks and drinks. The Gage Artesian Beach is fun for all ages and has become a favorite go-to for locals and tourists looking to cool off and soak in summer.
Washington, Kansas, Texas, Colorado's been out here. Families come to visit and they spend the whole week out here, every day. They come out here every day.
The pool is open every summer, Memorial Weekend through Labor Day, and it costs just $2 a person to get in. At the Gage Artesian Beach, I'm Tina McGarry, discovering Oklahoma.
Gage Artesian Beach is located just off of Highway 15 in Gage. They're open every day, weather permitting, from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. They operate in the summertime only, traditionally Memorial Day to Labor Day. Follow their Facebook page for more information.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
It happened because I met the owner of the building in the parking lot out back, and he goes, "Hey Renee, you want a building?" And I said, "Yes, I do."
The story behind the start of a southwestern Oklahoma shopping staple.
We've been told by a lot of people that traveled Route 66 that we've been one of their highlights of their trips.
Plus the must-stop restaurant on the Mother Road, see what they're serving up.
And we actually have some sections of the old ribbon road that's left.
And another must-see along Route 66. It's all ahead right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Explore new horizons in your free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Get the excitement rolling. Reawaken your sense of adventure. Discover totally unexpected thrills. Order your free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide today at travelok.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from the Museum of the Great Plains in Lawton.
This is a wonderful place to cool off on a hot Oklahoma day and take in a little bit of history.
It sure is, but if you're into a little shopping, there's a place you need to check out. Let's head to Abbey Lane in Altis. It's been called a tricked-out antique mall, and we would agree. Abbey Lane in Altis has something for everyone and unique, one-of-a-kind finds.
It consists of 22 vendors, 22 girls, extremely talented girls, and women, and just, you can say that we've got everything in here from an English sideboard to the kitchen sink. And the only rules that we have around here is you just need to be law-abiding citizens. Other than that, anything goes. We want them to come into Abbey Lane. We want them to feel comfortable. We want them to feel like they're walking into their home. We want them to feel as if they are extremely welcome and cared for.
Abbey Lane came about by happenstance, but it's a huge hit with folks in the area.
We get to be a part of Main Street Altis, which we love. We get a bunch of people that are just going through. We get a lot of people that simply want to go to Walmart, and so they pass by us and they stop in. So we've met a lot of people from a lot of other towns and states.
You can decorate your home, stock your closet, shop for gifts, and even pick up something for the kiddos at Abbey Lane.
They'll find a lot of home decor. They will find clothing. They'll find jewelry. They'll find handmade jewelry. They'll find candles that are handmade and that we have purchased locally from Oklahoma. They'll find furniture that has been hand painted and also that has been transfers have been placed on. They'll find hand painted pillows. Then they'll find treasures that we have found that have been remade into beautiful pieces of art.
You can have a great time shopping here, but you can also be a part of one of their events.
At the beginning of September, we will have our 4th annual Fall Flea. And that is just our kickoff to fall. Oh, and then we'll always have our holiday open house, where the entire store, if you think it's busy now, all you will see is Christmas everywhere.
Or try your hand at DIY decor at one of Abbey Lane's classes.
We'll have classes each and every month. We've got an art teacher, very talented, and she paints on pillows. So we also had a class where people came in and they painted flags on pillows.
So make your way out west to stop in at Abbey Lane for unique finds and a fun, friendly atmosphere.
I hope they take away just a feeling of refreshment, and that they will feel excited about, whether it be working in their home or decorating their front porch, or simply that they came in and just walked around and decompressed from their day. We just want them to just have a very positive and happy experience here, as if they had just left someone's home.
Abbey Lane is located at 106 North Main Street in Altis. They're open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays.
After all that shopping, you're sure to have worked up an appetite.
So why not stop off at one of the best places in the state to have chicken fried steak? Quintran takes us to Ann's Chicken Fry in Oklahoma City.
People come hungry and leave happy when they dine for lunch or dinner at Ann's Chicken Fry House. This is where customers bring their cash to splurge on comfort food.
I think because it's all homemade and it is just really delicious.
I ordered the chicken fry with green beans, mashed potatoes, and corn, which is kind of the regular. I've been eating it for about 30 years.
Located off of Northwest 39th Street along Route 66, this property was once a gas station back in the 1940s. By 1971, it became what we know today as Ann's Chicken Fry.
We've been told by a lot of people that traveled Route 66 that we've been one of their highlights of their trip. So, and if you look at the walls, you'll see that they're from literally everywhere. It's amazing. And my granddaughter started it. She wrote her name on the wall, and her papa thought that was fine, and it just started from there. Everybody started writing their name on the wall.
Shirley Burchett's husband, Al, started Ann's Chicken Fry. He passed away a few years ago, but the traditions here remain alive, from the made-from-scratch meals to the eclectic items on the walls.
They're going to look at the walls and say, oh, I remember that. I used to have one of those. Well, we have the lunch pail, the Disney lunch pail over there, and that was from like the 70s, and it was actually my daughter's when she was in like 1st, 2nd grade. Of course, the records that are hanging from the ceilings, the kids that come in now, a little boy looked at it, he said, oh, that's old-fashioned CDs, aren't they? Yes, that's exactly what they are.
Besides the decor and friendly service, the food is what brings people back Tuesday through Saturday. USA Today ranks Ann's Chicken Fry the best place for chicken fried steak in Oklahoma in 2019, earning the top spot 2 years in a row.
I think the biggest thing is it's not frozen. We have it delivered fresh every morning. The meat is made just for us. It's not just your typical cube steak. So breaded and the buttermilk and flour, deep fried.
The dessert menu features coconut cream pie. The favorite is fried peaches.
Everybody's called wanting the sauce recipe.
We tried it and can't just take one bite.
We bread it in Japanese breadcrumbs and fry it. And then we have a secret sauce we serve with it.
You're not going to share what the sauce is?
I can't share the sauce.
Shirley has shared, though, her family's love for comfort food, what Oklahoma food made from scratch is all about. In Northwest Oklahoma City, Quinn Tran, Discover Oklahoma.
A heads up before you make the trip, Ann's is closed on Sunday and Monday. They're located at 4106 Northwest 39th Street in Oklahoma City. Open 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
I love the food here. I feel like I was telling Guy that I feel like I've never had a great Philly cheesesteak until I had this.
Oklahoma trumps the East Coast, at least at this Norman hotspot. We'll take you there.
Anywhere from 20 to 25 different countries on an annual basis, and many visitors that come from the four-state area, but all across the United States.
And see what has visitors from all over the world stopping in Miami when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Gather around and go for a ride through Oklahoma's all-new travel guide. See art, culture, big city venues, blazing neon, flavorful menus. Find a cabin where you can unwind. Grab your travel guide and see what you find.
Welcome back to the Museum of the Great Plains in Lawton, an awesome place to spend a summer afternoon. Oklahomans are sure fortunate to have so many great places to come and learn about our state's great history.
All right, now Jason Grubbs is going to take us to the other end of I-44 to a place that's along Route 66. Let's go to the Dobson Museum in Miami.
In 1892, the Dobson family stopped their covered wagon in Miami, Oklahoma, and said this would be their new hometown.
We're actually on the porch of the Dobson home here at 106 A Street Southwest in downtown Miami.
Today you can tour Nellie Dobson's home. It was donated after her passing in 1968.
She wanted the Historical Society and the Garden Club to have a home to meet, and so she left her home as a memorial to her family, but to be a meeting place.
She also wanted a historical museum to be built onto her 4-car garage and workshop, preserving the history of Miami and Ottawa County. So that's exactly what was done, with the doors opening in 1972.
The museum has several exhibits and covers all of our county history, so we have everything from our 9 Native American tribes that are headquartered here. We have our industry. B.F. Goodrich had a tire plant here for 40 years in Miami.
The 2-story center houses everything from ancient arrowheads to prehistoric pieces, minerals mined from the Pitcher Cardin area, and fascinating war stories.
One of the well-known things from the 1940s about Miami was there was 6 sites across the United States, 2 in Oklahoma, was Miami and Ponca City, had British pilots training schools, and our airport trained British pilots during World War II here.
Ottawa County has also produced quite a roster of talent over the years, from baseball legend Mickey Mantle to pro football playing brothers Steve and Tinker Owens. Steve and Cassie Gaines of Leonard Skinner, they're in here too.
We have Keith Anderson, who's a country singer, Joe Don Rooney from Rascal Flats. We have Kiefer Thompson from Thompson Square. David Osborne, who's known as the pianist to the presidents. He has a show at the Bellagio, and I think he's played from every president from Jimmy Carter to Barack Obama.
There's a large area dedicated to the wonderful works done by well-known artist Charles Banks Wilson.
The museum sits about a block off of Route 66, and there is a section of the building dedicated just to the Mother Road. There's all sorts of old photos and stories in here about the Mother Road running through Ottawa County from Afton to Quapaw.
And we actually have some sections of the old ribbon road that's left, the 9-foot. There's a section here south of Miami, and then there's also a portion of it down by Afton.
The museum sees visitors from all over the world, many traveling Route 66.
Anywhere from 20 to 25 different countries on an annual basis, and many visitors that come from the 4-state area, but all across the United States.
Others are on the Jefferson Highway.
It's stretched from Winnipeg, Canada, all the way to New Orleans, and we have a lot of people that are starting to travel that route as well.
Whatever road you take, it's a treat to stop in and take a look around.
The museum is open on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4, and then we're also open on other days of the week for larger groups or tours.
Just give them a call ahead here in Miami. For Discover Oklahoma, I'm Jason Grubbs.
The Dobson Museum is open from 1 to 4 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays only. You'll find them at 110A Southwest in Miami. They're just 1 block off Route 66, which means you'll want a copy of our free Route 66 guide to explore other attractions along the Mother Road. Just head to travelok.com to request your free copy.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
I ordered it, I ate it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's the best sandwich I've ever had.
The can't miss meal they're serving up on Main Street in Norman when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Want to discover even more about the show? Go online and watch Discover Oklahoma anywhere, anytime. Catch up on missed episodes, track down interesting locations, and submit your own story ideas. Start exploring today at discoveroklahomatv.com.
We've had a great time today here exploring at the Museum of the Great Plains in Lawton.
So you know that it's about that time we're going to have to find something to eat. I have a new favorite place in Norman. Since shooting the story, I've eaten there 5 times, so that should tell you a lot.
He likes it.
Let's go to Tino's Italian Eats and Sweets.
Growing up in Philly, I've always had a passion for Italian food, and this is a kind of staple in the area where we grew up. There's one on every corner.
Valentino's talking about a Philly cheesesteak sandwich which was created in the Italian immigrant section of South Philadelphia in the late 1930s. He told me when he moved here 20 years ago searching for a good cheesesteak, it was tough. So he built his own restaurant to truly find one. And today his passion for outstanding food continues.
You have to love what you do, you have to care about it, you have to care about your customers and what they want, and we do here.
And when it comes to his signature dish, customers are loving it.
I love the food here. I feel like I was telling Guy that I feel like I've never had a great Philly cheesesteak until I had this. And I ordered it, I ate it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's the best sandwich I've ever had, Philly cheesesteak.
Valentino takes the love, care, and the time to make sure everything is done to perfection.
We hand cut our veggies. We have select ribeye that we bring in that is super shaved, and that is actually one of the trade secrets is the meat. You have to get it a certain way. And then as far as cheese goes, because we are in Middle America, I'm not limited to whiz or sliced cheese. We kind of do it all.
And Tino is the master multitasker of doing it all. He's a second-generation spatula specialist, wielding those blades skillfully and quickly.
My favorite thing to prepare would probably be about 12 Philly cheesesteaks at once, because I get to put a huge pile of meat on the grill, and I like seeing it steam and cook and get the veggies mixed in and cheese melted down on it.
I think it is phenomenal. You get the taste of Philly without having to buy a plane ticket. And it's just, I've never had anything bad here.
Other menu items are extremely popular with customers too. Their soft pretzels, for example, are very tasty, and I love eating pretzels the size of hubcaps. Their hoagies are delicious too, many of which come from family recipes. Honestly, everything I sampled here off their extensive menu was flavorful and very enjoyable.
On the meatballs, it's my mom's meatball recipe. Our sauce is my mom's. Our Italian wedding soup is my grandmother's family recipe for years. We do the pasta fazool, the Italian wedding soup, the cannolis.
Their salads are fresh, they have great flavor, and I think they have about 5 or 6 different salads you can have.
Tino's is the kind of place where you have to leave room for dessert. They do have wonderful cannolis, cheesecake, and more, but my personal favorite is the Italian ice. It is incredible, and it's a big hit with customers.
We have people that are falling in love with the daily. It's always funny because people, when they kind of discover Italian ice, because it's not as prevalent in Oklahoma as it is on the East Coast, people are kind of mesmerized by it. They're like, is this ice cream? What, really, what is this? And of course, back east, it's water ice.
Oh man, the food is so amazing that you have to come and try it. And you'll be hooked like I am.
The reason people want to come to Tino's is our passion for what we do, our quality, our care that goes into everything.
You'll find Tino's Italian Eats and Sweets at 209 West Main Street in Norman. They're open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., closed on Sundays.
And no matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
A big thank you to our great friends here at the Museum of the Great Plains for hosting us this week. They're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Sundays from 1 p.m. to 5. You'll find them at 601 Northwest Ferris in Lawton. Check out their website for more information, discovermgp.com.
Coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, we're riding the rapids at Riversport with Lieutenant Governor Matt Pinnell.
Plus, Mexican food worth the drive. Where to find it coming up next week right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.